Hello everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 19. Welcome. My name is Lizzie. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to everybody who is coming back for another video. I'm very thankful to have you here either way. So yeah, let me go over what we have today. So it's only a week's worth of stitching, so not a ton, but I've been working on a lot of smalls. So I've actually got 3 finishes and then 2 whips, and I'm going to talk you through how I'm preparing my stitching for the Jingle Ball this weekend, because as I'm filming this, it's Wednesday and it starts Friday. So I'm kind of preparing my stitching for that. And then I'm going to walk you through my Flossmas plans, when that's going to start, a little bit about what content I'm going to be bringing you and when it's going to end and different information like that. So let's go ahead and jump in. Firstly, I have a finish, and this is the 12, hold on, didn't take it out of the bag. This is the 12 Days of Christmas Stockings by Annie B's Folkart. Beautiful stockings. And I have finished day 4, which is very exciting. It means I'm 2/3 of my way to my goal of completing 6 by the end of the year. I have all my beads. I don't know if you can tell, there's beads in the middle. Each one of those berries, there's beads there. There's beads in that little ornament. I love these. There's only one on this one, I think. Yeah, the one with the 3 leaves and then the red. The bead really stands out on that one, especially in person. But yeah, I'm stitching this on 14 count black Aida. Just black, not chalkboard black. And then I did change one color. So it's 3024 and I changed it to 3025. Because I pulled the wrong color when I kitted it up, and they're very close. So there is that. I'm trying to decide, I'm not going to finish, like fully finish them this year. I'm going to wait till I get them all done and kind of batch fully finish them. Or maybe get 6 done and then finish those. But I don't want to just finish a couple. I kind of want to do it in a big batch. I'm trying to decide what color cording I want around the sides. This one they have red with a white chenille at the top. I don't think I'll do, I think it's like the Lady Dot Crate chenille. If I'm not mistaken, it does tell you in here. It gives you wonderful finishing instructions. It gives you a template on cutting out the stockings if you're using 14 or 28 count over 2. Gives you a wonderful tutorial. Let's see. Chenille trim by Lady Dot Creates. Yes, and that is in the color vanilla. So I don't think I'm going to personally do that. I think I don't know if I like the red or if I want to do a gold. I don't know what I want to do yet. So it might be I finish 12 before I fully finish them, because I have no idea what I want to do. All right, next is another finish. This is the 3 Peacocks sampler from Heartstring Samplery. And this is a freebie. And here is my finish. I'm using all the called for flosses on this, stitching it on 32 count vellum, 2 over 2. And I just love it. I think all I had to do last time was these last 2 peacocks, and I actually finished that after my last video. I finished it that same night, and I know these peacocks look a little different, and it's charted that way. Like this one is missing the stripe in his neck, and it's charted that way because that's how the original was. I don't know if that was just like missing stitches in the original, or probably so, but she went with that and charted it that way as well. And then this is the only one that had that color in the tail feathers, which is kind of cool. It gives that top one a little bit of uniqueness. So yeah, there's my 3 peacocks. And like I said earlier, or last video, I do want to do a spring summer one. So I'm not going to, I'm going to put this whip up, but I haven't put up my floss yet because I want to pull a conversion that is like spring summery, and then keep that same, I don't know if I'll keep the same green or not. Ooh, should I darken that green or lighten that green? I don't know. I have to figure it out when I cut it up. But I plan on placing a big 1, 2, 3 stitch order soon, because there's a lot of things that I just like need. Like I need some vellum, 32 count vellum for that. And then there's a lot of like flosses and like random things I just need. You'll see the next thing I need in this next finish. Here it is. Let's find the cover photo. Here it is. This is Christmas Goodies by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I did do a little bit of a floss conversion on this one, which I will talk to you about in just a second. Here's my floss conversion written out. I will put it in the description too, just to make it a little bit easier for y'all. But there it is written out. And here is my finish, which I'm going to hold on the back of that. There we go. So there is my finish. This is on 32 count Peaceful Purple. I'm stitching it 2 over 2. There is right here and right here, there are 2 little chocolate chip cookie buttons. Now it tells you what number or what their code is, like T something, I don't know. They're the extra small buttons. However, the only ones you can get on 123 Stitch are small. Now you can order them from just another button company, but you're gonna have to pay $5.99 shipping for buttons that are like $1.35 a piece. So I'm gonna spend like less than $3 on buttons and then $6 on shipping, and I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. So I might order the small ones and see if they work, and if they don't, I'll have them in my stash, and if they do, wonderful. But we shall see. If you know anything about how much of a size difference there is, let me know, because I did find the measurement for the extra small on the Just Another Button Company website, but I didn't find the measurement for the small on the 123 Stitch website. And now thinking about it, I should just look up the small on the Just Another Button Company website, and I bet it'll tell me the size. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. But anyway, this is basically finished. All the stitching is finished. I did rip out that little stocking and added an extra cookie. I thought about adding one more, but the one more looked kind of weird, so I just did one extra cookie. There are so many like 1 stitch off mistakes in this. Like, I don't know what I was doing. But I mean, it looks great. It doesn't look terrible. And you can't really tell unless like you're looking directly at the pattern. But there's a whole bunch of things that are like 1 over or like just little things like that. I don't even remember now. But while stitching, I was like, what in the world am I doing here? But yeah, it doesn't look bad and I still really like it. So there is that. So there is my 3 finishes. And then let's jump into the, 2 whips I have to show you. And these are also the 2 that I'm prepping for Jingle Ball. So the first one I'm going to show you is one that you haven't seen in a while. This is a vintage Christmas. A Cup of Christmas Cheer Santa mug by Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. This is a freebie. I am stitching it on 32 count Petit Point Raw / white Belfast Linen 2 over 2 using the cloth for flosses. The camera is not picking up super well. It's like definitely darkening it a little bit. Oh, that's more. Yeah, that's more of the true color. All right, so when I picked this up, I had started this very bottom portion. Hold on, my needle is hitting my piece of paper because I left my needle in there because I was like just working on this. Okay, that was really bothering me. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I had like a little bit of this done and I basically had that done. So I went and finished the greenery, which was really easy because once you have one done, you can kind of like mimic it on the other side. So I've done the stand and then I've outlined this. So what I've done / my plans is I need to do green there, which I figured I could fill in during Jingle Ball. I need to fill that in with white, those little squares, which I figured I could do during Jingle Ball. All his beard needs to be filled in, which again, prepping for Jingle Ball stitching. And then the handle, which is what I was working on right before this video. I had about an hour stitching time. So I finished up the beard outline and then I started on the handle. So my goal tonight is hopefully, or even not tonight, before the Jingle Ball, is to finish the outline of the handle. And then there's a tree above that. I would love to do the outline of the tree as well as the red balls on the tree. So all I need to do during Jingle Ball is a lot to fill in. So I could fill in the white, I could fill in the red, and I would have the green tree fill in, and then all I'd have to come back and do is fill in his face. And I think he'd be done. I'm not sure, I don't have a picture of the pattern right in front of me because I am stitching this from my iPad. But yeah, I love this one. This is one I put up. This is one I put up after Christmas in July because I was really frustrated with it. And I tell you that to say I was really frustrated with this greenery. Like every time I was doing it during Christmas in July, I was having to rip it out. And I would literally do like one green like little talon leaf and I would rip it out because it'd be wrong. And I'd repeat that over and over and over again. I was so frustrated. So I've put it up until now and I picked it up and I didn't have to rip out one of these leaves. They were all fine. So if you have a WIP that you're frustrated with right now, put it up for a little while, put it in timeout, and then pull it back out. Like, set a time for yourself where you're like, okay, like, since this was a Christmas stitch, I was like, I know I'm going to pull it out at Christmas, but like, put it up and be like, okay, in 4 months, I'm going to pull this back out. Or if you're not super frustrated in 30 days, pull it back out. To me, that would not be long enough. But yeah, just a good idea if you haven't done that. Or you just, you know you can do that, but you need somebody to tell you, give you a little motivation to do it. Put it aside and you'll love it so much more when you come back to it. Because now I'm like itching to finish this, where before I almost ripped it, the whole thing out because I was so frustrated with it. My last WIP, if you've watched my videos before, you are familiar with this one, but this is Gilmore Girls by StitchArea on Etsy. And if you are interested in this pattern, you will have to message them to get it. And here is where I am. So I've put in some progress on the bottom. Let me hold it here for a second. I feel like I don't hold the whole thing up, so I'm gonna hold it here for a second. I feel like I always zoom in very quickly, so let's just hold it here so you can see. All right, and we'll get a little bit closer. So I did complete my goals that I set for myself last week, which I'm very excited about. It's getting to the middle where it's like there's not a good spot to fold it. Okay, so basically what I did is I almost finished this backpack. I just need to do the back stitching, but I finished the stitching, so I'm counting that as done because that was one of my goals. I did have a little bit of yellow left, so I started a little bit on that crown. I came over here and did finish the Where You Lead I Will Follow, which was another thing I wanted to do. And then again, prepping for Jingle Ball stitching, I got this book outlined, so I need to fill all that in black. That little strip right there is white. You can see some half stitches I gotta fill in. This I need to fill in blue, which is a small fill in, but I figured between those two, I should be good. I don't know. I'm gonna continue like prepping. So if I get the Santa, the one I just showed you, the Santa mug, if I get all that outlined, I'll probably come back to this. And there's like a cake and a big sign. I'll find some other motifs in here that would be good to fill in, because I really am, since I'm like continuing on, I'm really trying to hit my goal of finishing the whole right side by the end of the year, or at least very close to it, as close as I can get. I'm not putting it down. It's something I'm making myself work on, which I enjoy working on it, but it's something I'm making myself work on every week to hit that goal. And I don't know if I said this yet, but it is on 32 count Lambswool, and I'm stitching it 2/2 with the call for flosses. And for such a big pattern, I think there's like 8 called for flosses, so there's not a ton. For such a big pattern, it's pretty cost effective floss wise, and they are all DMC. So that is my last WIP. I know it's not as much as usual, but it has only been a week, and normally I wait 2 weeks, so that is why. So yeah, let me grab my notebook and flip to where I'm going to tell you all about Flossmas. So I'm going to be starting Flossmas December 12th. So as I'm posting this, that is next Thursday. And my plan is to post until December 23rd. The reason why I'm not doing the 24th is I know a lot of people do Christmas on Christmas Eve with some part of their family. We do. We go from like 10 a.m. to like 8 or 9 p.m. depending on the year. And then Christmas Day, we have a really sweet Christmas with just the 3 of us. And of course, our dog and our cat. So 5 of us, if you include them. But yeah, so Christmas Eve is crazy for us. I'm sure it is for a lot of y'all. And so I definitely wanted to make it easier on me, but also I'm sure y'all are going to be busy the 24th and not going to want to watch a video, which, I mean, you might be busy all month long, but you get my point as to why I'm doing those days in particular. So each day I'm going to have at least one freebie pattern. There might be a day, or yeah, might be with a few more. Cannot confirm or deny that, but there may be. And then some other things I'm going to be doing. I kind of wrote some bullet points of like some different things that I'm going to show y'all. So some new starts, some Christmas things I have kitted up that I'm going to show you the new starts of. A Christmas kit parade is coming. Some haul items. I'm going to show you some Black Friday haul items because they're not here yet. And so I figured that would be a good time to show them. I'm going to do a Jingle Ball recap for my very first Flossmas and show you what I stitched on during the Jingle Ball, which I think will be helpful for me to like look back on next year for the Jingle Ball and like remember what I actually got done versus what I prepped. And also just maybe you can't attend the Jingle Ball this year, like you're busy this weekend, or whatever it may be. then, you know, you can come watch that and know what to expect for years to come, maybe, as somebody who's it's their first time, since it is my first time, like kind of the experience of a first timer. And then, like I said, it will end December 23rd. So yeah, that is kind of my plan. If my Jingle Ball purchases come in time, I might show those. I don't know if they will or not. So yeah, that is kind of my plan. I'm going to be filming in front of the tree. So this is my last video of the year, not in front of the tree. Well, yeah, probably. I'll probably film my whip parade and finish parade in front of the tree just for fun. But yes, so Jingle Ball, I'm very excited for it. You can see I've prepped my stitching. I did watch the Hello from Liz Matthews video showing her new releases. And oh my gosh, there's the little pillow patches, I believe is what she called them. They're so cute and you can write on them. Oh my gosh, I have to have those. There's a couple releases I'm like, I don't know which one I want. I kind of need to see everything and then I'll decide. But I'm very excited about that. Okay, so here's like my plan for the Jingle Ball. So Friday, I'm going to shop first, and then I'm going to try to hit some stitching rooms that night. And then Saturday, I'm not going to be able to hit any stitching rooms, but I'm going to try to like passively like watch classes and things like that, because we do have a busy day Saturday. Like the afternoon, we have a big Christmas party we're going to, and then we're busy that night. It's kind of like afternoon that we're busy that night. So I won't be on there much Saturday, but I'm going to kind of like passively watch classes and not classes because I'm going to passively watch some things Saturday morning. I did not sign up for any classes. I just felt like for my first time, I didn't want to be overwhelmed and like held to a schedule. I just kind of wanted to browse and see what there is to see. So I didn't do that this time. We'll see if I do it next year. But then Sunday, my husband is going to take my son out for the day and I'm going to hit the stitching rooms hard. That's when I'm going to get like a lot of stitching done and like really interact, and I'm so excited. So yes, if you're going to be there, I hope I see you. And yeah, I will see you for another video next Thursday with our first Flossmas video, which will probably be a Jingle Ball recap. Actually, it will be. I don't know why I'm saying probably because I know it will be. But I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me for Flosses. Also, lastly, I just want to say thank you so much for all the sweet, kind comments on my last video. I was so blown away. Like, I went on there the next day and was just like reading through comments, and I was like, oh my gosh, y'all are just such kind people and so generous with your words and so generous with your time to watch the video, let alone take the time to comment such thoughtful things. I'm just so thankful for you. And yeah, thank you. I just wanted to say that before I ended, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.